Vulnerable! Oh! This is actually the average experience of building a save file of Chaos Zero Nightmare in a perfectly reliable and sustainable way. Hello guys, today we're working on Sereniel. The reason is that I already completed my Heal the Fae team as well as the Tenebria team. And I want to work on Haidemari and the Sereniel before the release of Arabella and Olga, because I think that when they're released I will be working mostly on them for quite some time. I've not played the Serenial a lot last season because there were so many enemies that were just a pain to face with the Serenial. And I want to have a save file for her in terms of memory fragments. Yeah, my Serenial is okay, alright? And the build that I'm targeting is something like this. I like Serenial builds that have 2 pale shooting stars instead of 1 and 4 copies of homing laser. And I like the homing laser version that comes back to hand at the beginning of the turn. I like this kind of setup, with 1 that gives me an extraction point each turn and 2 that apply vulnerable, so that I can use the vulnerable homing laser, then pale shooting star, vulnerable homing laser, pale shooting star. The other Divine Epiphany that I selected is the Morale stack on Shining Core, but if I got a run during which I trigger a Divine Epiphany, it lands on Plasma Missile, and it's the correct base Epiphany or whatever, and it has the reduced cost, I think I would still hold it. Because in this kind of save file there is only space for 1 Divine Epiphany, so either on Shining Core or Plasma Missile. Having Plasma Missile with this effect costing 0, which is not difficult to target since it's an attack card, it can still be very valuable, and it allows you to play around a little bit with the rest of the team because you require fewer action points. So a build like this is essentially what I'm looking forward to, and of course I want the Cthulhu weapon. It's very very important in general, but especially on the Serenian. And let's see if we can get it done with the delegation modules. It will save me quite a lot of time. And I see that they fixed the bug that it showed 1 out of 2, even if I still have the 2 daily runs available. It was in the patch notes yesterday. I cannot even say I'm glad they fixed it because it's such a minor thing. It's just it was a small question mark hovering above my head essentially every day. Like, wait, have I already used one? But no, it turns out that it was just a bug caused by spaghetti code that no one really knows how that kind of issue sneaks its way through the release of Chaos Zero Nightmare each patch. And the funny thing is that every other day there is a new tiny bug that is found. I can understand typos, poor localization, that kind of thing. Oh, survivor card, let's go. I don't want that one. 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 Okay, eventually we will get the one that I want. But you know, mistakes made during the development phase, I understand them. It happens. I make mistakes as well. But those spaghetti code bugs that just show up out of nowhere, I cannot really understand how they're triggered, why, what's the original code, do they do it on purpose, just so that, you know, people will have something to talk about? I really have no clue. I'm very happy about my save file for Hilda, very, very, very happy. And I would like to have a secondary save file for her when I want to play her with the Serenial. Because yeah, I know I could use good old Selena for Serenial, but I do doubt that we're going to get a Rift boss of the kind that you want to re-enable the Tenacity bar just so you can break it again. And generally speaking, heal... Oh, what do you get? We got draw 1 card of this unit, which is absolute trash. And if I get the base Epiphany that I want and later I reroll it, I could trigger a Divine Epiphany, but it would definitely be on a wrong base. So I will pick this one, and to be fair, draw 1 card of this unit is not even that bad as a divine. But it's not exactly the one that I wanted. So I will just keep it around. We'll just keep it around for now. Later we will do a reroll the Rooney. Hopefully we can snipe the Divine Epiphany on the base Epiphany that I want. Let's trigger that thing. Torture Rough. Select and remove or trigger an Epiphany. Do we want to trigger an Epiphany? Yeah, let's trigger an Epiphany. Here. Okay. Cobalt Light is the only card among those with an Epiphany that I want to remove. I really don't like that card. It's not bad, but it can be clunky. And if you get stuck with that card in the hand, it just feels so mega bad. Let's go! We got the base that I want. Yesterday I had a fairly decent run with the Sereniel. And by the end of the run I had the Cthulhu weapon, I had kinda decent setup for her homing laser, but I didn't see that survival card for the whole run. I got extremely triggered because it's a very important multiplier. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. You have Sereniel, you one-shot the universe, you are happy. But, you know, when you want to work on a save file, you at least want to have the key pieces of the same file to be in the right place. Now, the question is, do I want triple survival or 2 survival, 1 claim? Having triple survival on Sereniel means that I could do like either 2 on Narya and then the remaining combatant can have a whatever save file, or I could have 1 on Narya and 1 on the and 2 on the remaining combatant. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't make much difference. You know what? Let's skip it. Let's see if I can pick up a further survival just for her. Because no matter what, if I want... this one we're going to remove it anyway. If I want a setup where we have the full survival experience, I can do it through the other combatants. If I want a setup that is 5 plus 3, I can do it no matter whether Sereniel has 3 survival or 2 survival, 1 claim. So, considering that I essentially have to build the whole team for Sereniel and not just the Sereniel herself, it doesn't make any difference right now. I don't like this event. Like, the stuff that is inside is of very questionable utility. Usually. Mutation. Let's re-trigger this. Didn't get the divine. So I guess we can just skip. We remove Cobalt Light, so that it doesn't enter the pool of cards that can be copied. I don't mind paying 0 for an Amorphous Cube, to be honest. I really don't mind. Because it's essentially the third best option, but realistically the second best option. Because the best option would be the egg. But if you get the egg, it means you didn't get the Cthulhu weapon. And I would rather have the Cthulhu weapon and the new jewel. Let's see. Oh, I didn't get the one that I want. Whatever. This is a very easy fix in post-production via the sorting materials. I'm not too concerned about that. Let's pick that one up. The thing that is always difficult about Sereniel is to have the correct homing laser, because it's an attack card, which means that it has a godzillion possible epiphanies on it, and so, you know, it takes quite a while to get the correct one. And doing so via Divine Epiphany spam using sorting materials is not an option. It just takes forever. We're not going to do that. There's a shop after this, which is nice. Whatever. Let me go to the shop. Okay. What's free? A piece of garb. Fine, we give it to her. Meditate. Please, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you are my only hope. Well, let's get the base Epiphany. I have a bad feeling about this save file. Here, give me the third survival. So at the moment the only thing that is done is the survival card. Not particularly optimistic about this run, but let's see what happens. We got the correct base epiphany. Oh no, it's not even the correct base epiphany. I could get Plasma Myth Soul in the unique version to make it easier for future copy events. What is this trash? Why are you giving me Omega Garbo, Pio? Click Invader Observation Log is exactly what I want. So, the jewel slot is the one that I want. The survival card is the one that I want. We're still missing out on the Cthulhu weapon, and we're missing out on the correct epiphanies that I would like. Oh no, the homing lasers. I'm getting giga scammed by the homing lasers. I'm doing this just because. Just in case. Because with the perfect jewel, the correct survival card, if I do get the Cthulhu weapon between here and the end of the run, I may consider doing the Divine Epiphany spam. Which one is this? I don't remember. Oh, it's a piece of trash. Anything else to remove on Sereniel? A base card. So, let's do that. Let's do that. This is some extra cash, so it's fine. Like, the Divine spam, the assorted materials on an attack card is a nightmare. Considering that there are two epiphanies that I'm okay with, the epiphanies being extraction point and apply vulnerability, it's not the worst thing, because it's 2 odds out of, I believe, 9, maybe more than 9 actually. But I was really hoping to get at least one correct Divine Epiphany during the running, because it would have made it much easier and more reliable to finish the save file with a limited amount of sortie crafting. I really wish Homing Laser had a what is it called, a skill or upgrade version, so that you could turn it into that card, the skill. It's trash. Let's just put it here. And you could just turn it into a skill upgrade card, more reliably turn it into a 0-cost card, and then you turn it into a tech card, which becomes generate 1 action point. Did I trigger the... Okay, I have Pale Shooting Star. I have 2 homing lasers. What can I copy? I have 3 cards that I can copy. I could be getting bamboozled later. I don't care about that. Let's just pick the copy. Pale Shooting Star. So later we want to copy the homing laser. Cthulhu weapon. Give me the Cthulhu weapon here. No Cthulhu weapon. Okay, then the save file is trash. We don't worry about it. Giga Garbo. We don't worry about it. I say this because it's fairly easy to get decent save files this season. It's really... I don't want to say easy, but it's way more reliable than past seasons. So at least for my favorite combatants, especially those that are main damage dealers, I want the Cthulhu weapon. It didn't work this time. Let's see if the second delegate run helps us. RIP save files. Need to do it now, or I end up having an endless stack of save files that I will never remember to delete. And almost every day I get the warning that I cannot do any further runs because I have reached the limit of save files. And when I go back to look at it, there are tens, hundreds, thousands of save files from season 2 and 3 that maybe they were the first save files for that combatant, and so I locked them just because, you know, I don't know how long I will be grinding for this combatant, I don't know if I will be getting anything better, and then I got something better and I forgot to delete those save files. Let's get the extra credits. Can always be useful. I see a lot of normal combat just at the beginning of a run. It would be incredible to get a Cthulhu weapon at the beginning of a run. Which one is this? Oh, the tenacity. Whatever. Let's just... It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's a card that we want to remove. We trigger it early, so we remove it early. We are all good. We are all good. No worries. No worries. Calculated. Calculated. Now, if we could trigger the correct epiphany on the... There is pain to be had in this game on a daily basis. A lot of pain. Oh my god, nothing! You're not giving me anything! Not triggering the epiphany, not beating Cthulhu, nothing is happening, what the hell? Let's have these fools keeping watch. Maybe I will be rewarded by the RNG gods for helping me, for helping them. Rewards have not been obtained yet. Let's go here. We remove Cobaltolite to start. And I don't think there is anything that I want to purchase this early in the run from here. I only did it in the previous run because I had the guaranteed free piece of equipment, but the equipment that I want for Sereniel and most damage dealers is from fights and events during the run, and the other things can be obtained using sorting materials very, very easily. So I don't need to worry too much about purchasing stuff from the shop. Here we got a piece of trash, let's give it to her. I've not met Cthulhu in a while. No, Pio, not the survival card. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Let's trigger something for them. I like her a lot, by the way, Pio. Or Pio. I heard her name pronounced both ways. But the design is super cool. And she's a lovely character to meet during the expedition. I really hope that she's an NPC that will show up again in other events, special activities, because she has a lovely design. She reminds me a bit of a main character from Made in Abyss, which is always trauma-inducing every time that I think about that series for a multitude of reasons. One is tears of poorly hidden degeneracy by the author of the series, and part of it is just the fate that descended upon some of the characters of that show, which is, there we go, which is less than ideal, especially in the movie. For other movies, I will never unsee them. Why have I even watched that show? How could I do this to me? But it's for the most part a good show, to be fair. For the most part. I'm going a bit on a tangent, but a thing that I don't like about Made in Abyss, the two things, let's say 1.5 things, because they're kinda interconnected. I really don't like the robot dude. Reason being that too many things that happen during the exploration of the Abyss and their adventures are deadly threats, but they end up being nothing burgers simply because they have a robot dude with them who is essentially immune to all kinds of poison and elemental threats, and he can one-shot the universe. So, at the end of the day, situation that would be tense if it was a group of kids, oh, Cthulhu, end up being not tense at all, because as soon as a threat is introduced as, oh no, there is poison, or oh no, there is too much heat, you know that Robot Dude is going to fix the whole thing. Okay, this one doesn't matter. What else we got? We got credit. Cthulhu weapon! I will do it just for the rewards. And by do it, I mean finish the run. Because finishing on delegate mode is so quick that I don't want to give up all the rewards that I could be obtaining by simply killing the last boss. And it's a pity that the delegate components, if you end the run, they're gone. So you cannot do the thing like, oh, this delegate run was absolute S. Let me restart it and still be on delegate mode. No, you cannot do it. And the delegate component is forever gone. So I don't want to do it. Just because it's so quick to do this. It's a couple of clicks. And since the save file is botched and it's forever going to be sent to the Shadow Realm, I don't need to worry about reading anything. That card is so good, I love it so much. You may have noticed, although it was only on screen for like half a split second, that it was drawing 4 cards instead of 3. This is because in a 10 pool I got 2 copies of Hilde, which was a very welcome thing, because Hilde is an excellent combatant, really excellent. She's phenomenal at Manifestigo 0, and I would highly recommend everyone to get her. But her first 2 Manifestigos, especially the second one, are excellent. Not to mention Manifestigo 6, but that is much harder to get. Hopefully in the long run I will get it, because it looks like Hilde will have a fantastic slot in teams with Sereniel and in teams with Arabella. And therefore the most part instinct teams like this, I always play Narya and Sereniel because they're best girls, so they need to be together, and Hilde is a perfect fit. Yeah, Selena, I already talked about Selena, enough. Shut up. And the other team that Smilegate advertised is the team with Arabella and Olga, who is going to be a full instinct team. So having her Manifestigo 6, which is a 15% crit rate for all the instant combatants in the teams, it's pretty good, no matter what kind of team it is. In the long run, I really hope to get a Manifestigo 6 Hilde. At the moment, I could purchase 2 copies from the shop. I could activate the cube thingy, but there is Arabella dropping in just a couple of weeks. And she's a seasonal combatant, so it's more important for me to save those resources, like, you know, the cube I got from resetting what's her face, Orlea on Arabella, to make sure that I can get Manifestigo 6 before the end of her banner. Enough of this nonsense. You know, game, when I don't want to save this save file. It's trash. You gave me this run. You know it's absolute garbo. Don't even make me click. It's still not as annoying as getting offered a card when defeating the last boss of a sortie run, knowing that it does not impact the save file, because you don't get a save file from the sortie run. It's so baffling. Like, I'm sure there are some shenanigans regarding the score of a run, the kind of thing, and the leaderboard, and it's like, I don't want to deal with any of it. Come on, Sereniel, we're going to do it in a manual run, okay? What is this oh my god, it's already more than 20 minutes. Normal run is going to take forever. It's over, guys. It's over. It's going to be a video of an absolutely absurd length. I should have done a live stream instead of just recording. This is all trash. Let's just get... I refuse to do the restart the run thing, just because all the things that we get here are irrelevant this season. Like, they make our run a little bit easier, but it's not like before sortie that getting the remove 2 cards at the beginning of a run was amazing. And it's not like when doing the clan... I have been playing since day 1, and actually since before day 1, because I was part of a pre-release testing phase. And I have close to 1300 hours by now. I have never seen this before. 4 rest nodes next to, like, on a vertical line like that, forcing us to go through a kinda wasted area, which right now is not even that wasted because we can meditate. So you better give me something to meditate on, otherwise it's going to be a really huge waste. Oh, this is going to take forever, right? It's going to take forever. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, Hilde, for speeding things up. This is why I mentioned during the video where I talk about Hilde that I really like what is it called? Her normal basic attack being an AoE. Give me some extra cash, you fool. 8, 8, okay. That's better. What you got for me? Pale shooting star from the beginning, that's fine. It's not really necessary. Come on, give me an epiphany war for rolling. I got multi-shot, which is okay. Porosity, decrease cost. Let's go with that. Joy? Very decent. Very decent. Thank you, Hilda. There was a moment of nothing on screen. I thought we were hitting a Cthulhu right off the bat. Oh, so it's really a wasted rest now. Fine. That's a good start of a manual run, by the way. Do I want to go top or straight? If I go straight, I'm stuck with... Oh no, I'm not stuck. I can go bottom. Top. Bottom or top? Is it about the same, more or less? Bottom we hit more elite nodes, which means more chances at good gear that will make the run easier, and overall it will make my life a bit more bearable, so to speak. Come on, give me the 2 basic attacks of Hilde. Select and remove 1 card, okay. Oh. Okay, let's remove a card. Random Garbo. What I like about Hilde is that she's a very easy combatant to build, and her flexibility. Like, you can build her as a draw support, which is what I would mostly like to do for Sereniel. And the cool thing is that she can be a draw support who also applies her own ionization buff, which increases everyone's damage. It's a pretty sweet combatant, very well designed combatant. She does so many things. I like that kind of versatile combatant. Over, I don't know, one-trick ponies with one thing. And so, if you're facing some enemies or you're in a team... Oh, Cthulhu is early. That doesn't really benefit that much from that gimmick, you're going to have an overall bad time. Let's start with applying ionization. Let's go with ionization and draw, maybe? Yeah, let's go with ionization and draw. It's very far from being dead, very far. I guess that's it for turn 1. Serena is holding up, but the gap between her and other newer combatants is not as big as the gap between Sereniel and 6 months ago combatants. Is it dead if I do this? Not really. Bummer. Which is expected, and I'm okay with that actually. I don't mind the power creep in the slightest, but it's definitely very noticeable. And for me, the most bonkers combatant released in recent time has been Tenebria. And I was shocked by how good she is for a non-seasonal combatant. And not just for a non-seasonal combat, but in general. Like, if you told me, oh, this is a seasonal combat, yes! Let's go! Let's go, Cthulhu! Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you told me, oh, Tenebria is a seasonal combatant, I would have said, yeah, oh, this is a strong seasonal combatant. My god, what do you mean arpeggio? What do you mean? And fantastic combatant. And instead it's a normal one. It's incredible. Like, you can get her, you lose a 50-50 doing her quotes, you get a Tenebria. What? Are you sure, Smilegate? Did you plan this properly? Was it part of your master plan to give us a normal combatant of that power level, especially in Sortie? Like, what the hell? But she's incredible in all game modes. She just makes Sortie essentially a joke as soon as I hit as you hit arpeggio. Now that I got a Cthulhu weapon, which path do we want to go? I think I would be more interested in hitting events. Punished for trying to hit an event. I always try to click things. I'm sure that I've been through this event a million times, and that I have already clicked that. But I was sure of the same thing in Season 3, and then during the last few days of the season, I was checking my missing achievements, and it was like, oh, you are missing checking a scripture in an event that says that your grandma was a tank or something like that. I was like, what? I really thought I clicked it. And so I went back and I clicked it, and I got the achievement, and I managed to 100% Season 3. But so every time that I pass by something that I can click, that I can check, I try to do it, just for safety, to make sure that future Sir Grandalo will not be having a stroke, trying to look for that specific achievement 5 hours before the end of the season, because it's the only thing that I'm missing. Hello, big chunky dudes. What do we go? Okay, the hand is trash. The hand is absolutely abysmal. Can we do it quick? I think that if we do this AoE followed by multi-shot, we're going to make our life significantly easier already. This guy would like to attack, I would prefer not. That guy would like to attack. 19 HP, well, let's do this. 19 HP bothers me. To be honest, 19 HP bothers me. It's better than 1 HP, but still it bothers me. That's trash. Why am I even putting it there? I would rather keep the cash. Because if I do not get anything useful, in post-editing I can just give her, what is it called? The cube. With the crafting card? The crafting mat from Sortie. So it's not even worth placing that piece of garb on her mid-run. Like, you know, this kind of thing. This is the kind of thing that 24 hours before the end of this season, you check your achievements, you're at 99%, and it tells you, oh, you missed checking Dario's drifting records. How could you do that, you filthy subhuman? And, you know, I don't like to use that word too often, but yeah, I would feel like a subhuman for missing something like that. Okay, let's do this. I'm always a little bit bothered by this event, because it's so good, but it's so underwhelming at the same time. Like, you get an easy roll to get some extra cash. Or no roll for cash, which is odd, because everyone is going to do this, and a very mediocre piece of equipment. Like, I wish the rewards for this event were a bit more varied. Or something like a harder roll and you get 200 credits, or a much harder roll and you get an absolutely goated piece of equipment, you know, stuff like that. What does her deck look so far? We have Chupul's Fire to remove, we have Cobaltolite to remove. I do not want to go to the first boss with Cobaltolite in the deck, because what could happen is, oh, here are your copyable cards. Cobaltolite, Plasma Missile, Pale Shooting Star. Fuck you, Sir Grindalot. I would rather that not happen. So we go through the 2 shops, we remove Cobaltolite, and we hope that we manage to avoid hitting things that we don't like. You know what? I know you have lead. Yeah, you have lead. Let's play you first. Let's do that, I guess. So sweet. She deals so much damage. What the hell, Hilda? big gap compared to the first combatants we got. Man, the Haru, Yuki, Kizuru Trinity really has not aged well when you see and you consider the state in which they were released. They were essentially dead on arrival due to Meilin and other standard banner combatants that just power cracked them right away. Their performance was so mid. So mid. Pick up the Amorphous Cube for 96 credits. I don't even have anything to reroll. Like, this is so annoying. There are 3 cards that could be copied. I mean, I'm definitely getting one that I want to copy. Because I want 2 extra homing lasers, 1 extra pale shooting star, so I'm getting a copy of one of them. That's it. But it's fine, let's just get it. The worst thing that can happen, and I'm doing air quotes where I'm saying worst, is that later on I get the actual piece of equipment that I would like, the new one that also increases crit rate. And if that happens, I would be like, oh no, my cube is too battery, and my Hilde is too smooth, or something along those lines. This, I guess. What did I use her basic attack like that? Oh, it doesn't matter, whatever. Big chunky dude. Is it RIP chunky dude? Almost. Almost RIP. Yeah, let's relax. Okay, please, Sereniel, correct card. Okay, we can pick this one up. It's going to make the run much easier. And in the support setup for Hilde that I want for Sereniel, I want this Quiver Reload. So it's 1 fewer card in the deck right off the bat. It doesn't cost anything, so it doesn't even remove 1 action point on turn 1, and it gives you cards that cycle themselves in the deck forever. I'll get that one just because it costs 0, gives 1 action point, even if it doesn't do anything. Let's get cash from that. Come on, something useful. Okay, this is the survival card event, it's better than nothing. I was starting to notice a severe lack of survival cards on this save file for Sereniel, and that's another issue solved. Because, worst case scenario, I get 2 claim before the end of the run. Let's say I do not hit a survival event at all until the end of the run. I just add 2 claim to this, and I'm good, we're happy with that. Let's remove Pulse Fire. Unfortunately, still no Epiphanies on her, that's a bummer. Like, it's still usable, but man, I had to require a lot of crafting mets at the end of the run, and I would rather not. Now, is it going to survive turn 1? With this hand it's going to survive turn 1. Unless I want to dump things upon it. Okay, we didn't get the base Epiphany that I want, so Omega Bummer. Let's use that one, I guess. We can break it. Since we can break it, I will do this. Crit? Let's go! Duplicate card without showing me any Epiphany? Really? We get Homing Laser. I think I should copy Pale Shooting Star. Because the way to save the most amount of crafting materials is to get the correct, or one of the 2 correct Divine Epiphanies on Homing Laser and copy it. At the same time, if you copy Homing Laser, you trigger its epiphany twice, meaning you twice have the chance of hitting the divine epiphany that you want. I think I will go with homing laser. It could be a generational fumble from which I will never recover, but I will go with homing laser for now. I'm starting to accept the fact that I may end the run with no epiphanies on Sereniel, and I may have to spend millions of sorty currency to complete it. But you get to a point where it is what it is. Have I removed all the basic from Sereniel? No, we still need to remove one, but there is the final shop, so whatever. That's a lot of fights. So I would probably like to go from this node, so that if I'm missing a lot of epiphanies before the end of the run, I could potentially trigger them here. The top is also not bad though. It's 2 fights, an elite fight, 2 events, and the Giga Elite special event there. Realistically, I only need a 1 shop. I want to believe that going top, by the time I arrive in this rest area, I will have 1 meditation to do. We have to trigger 1 epiphany on Sereniel eventually. It's going to happen. Not yet, but it is going to happen. Why did I do that instead of doing this first? I'm not sure. Probably because I'm retarded, but it is what it is. If you are aware of it, are you really retarded? It's not, as obvious as it may sound. The one that costs 0, absolutely. I kinda like that epiphany a lot, by the way. It costs 0, it draws 2 cards. Sure, it's only on turn 1, and in the long run you're giving up stacks of your own thingy, but 2 extra cards is a lot. Well, I'm going to do this AoE, and let's see how things are going. Well, we do this. What happened? Oh, you discarded that? Are you insane? We're not going to deal with any of the enemies discarding my things. Like, I absolutely refuse. 20 hit points! 20 hit points! And it's dead at the end of the turn! Okay, we didn't get the base epiphany, which is sort of good. Because there is a chance that we reroll and we get the correct divine epiphany on the correct base. Oh no, the poor drone. Select and remove 1 card. I don't remember the event. I really don't remember the event. I don't think it was very good. Let's do the event. I've done it a million times, I don't remember what it does. It should be on E7 boat. The page with all the events. Yeah, it's absolute garbo. Feels bad, man. It's a pity that I do not have space on the save file for Sereniel, because this is a good card, Precision Aim, but we're a bit tight, so to speak. Can we get claim? I'm getting to the point that I'm considering adding claim to Sereniel thingy. Okay, there we go. It will probably be end up being a 2 survival, 1 claim. Worst case scenario, 1 survival, 2 claim. But I would rather have Sereniel with at least 2 claim. Otherwise, you end up in a situation that if I want to have a save file with the 7 survival for Sereniel for whatever reason, then I need to refarm the other 2 combatants with 3 survival each. And it's a bit of a pain. Okay, let's reroll. Wait, we have to reroll everything. Let's start with this. No divine. Do I want to keep the base epiphany? No, I think I will keep around an incorrect one and keep trying to reroll every time I can. Do not have a lot of cash, but can always remove in post-production, so I can use all the cash from now until the end of the run for meditation. Got an epiphany for her. We get 2 points. Let's do AoE time. Is Sereniel going to be AFK in this fight? For the most part? Possible. But she still has a few arrows in the deck. Oh, she didn't draw them, okay. Go Sereniel, obliterate. GG! Didn't get the one that cost 0. Feels bad. But there is always the trick for Narya, which is this card, the Shackles of Hunger. One of its version, one of its epiphanies is a skill. So you pick the skill, which costs 1. You spam Divine Epiphanies until it costs 0, you know, using sorting materials, and then you turn it into this version of Shackles of Hunger, the one that costs 0, then comes back to your hand, and it gets the +1 action point. So essentially its turn, it's a card that comes back to your hand, you play it for 0, it generates an action point. It's amazing. And if you just try to target it during your runs, it can take forever. But if you do it like that, sure, you have to spend probably 20k sorting material currency, more or less, but it's guaranteed. So, really, pick your poison. Pick your poison. Is it over, really? Apparently it's over. Jesus. Oh! We got an upgrade and nothing that I really like. I would pick up the upgrade. I want the other upgrade. It's not a big deal, but... Okay, let's see. If I go top, we have 1 manifestation, event, thing, potentially another manifestation, depending on how much cash we have left. I think I will go top. It's starting to become costly. And the hardest one to get right is homing laser, so I just spam manifestation. Fuck. Get this one. Let's go here. Do we get Pio? No. No destruction crave. I think I will go with... Wait, no, I didn't want to go deeper into the guy. I just wanted the cash. Give me the cash. Oh! Okay, wait, no, it's Spark Epiphany. It can be decent. Can be useful. Oh my god. It's going to cost so much currency. I have a feeling I'm getting us blasted by this save file. Good job, Hilda. Yeah, when there is a bunch of nonsense, she's better than Manifestigo 6 Sereniel. That's the AoE advantage. Don't worry, Tifera. Don't worry, she's getting mocked and humiliated by her own imagination. What kind of desire is that? Some humiliation fetish. No, Tifera, don't. Let's throw it away for cash. Now these two dudes are going to give us another piece of equipment, which, in case it's trash, which is very likely, is going to be some extra cash. Give me this one. Already broken. Wow. Bunch of nonsense. These dudes are always very tanky. I'm really not happy that they put them in the fight for a memory fragment. I was honestly shocked when I started that fight on day 1, just to start farming memory fragment, and I saw that there were those two dudes with 12k hit points each. I was like, what? Really? Is this the life we're living now? What you got for me, Garb? I will pick it up, just so that you stop showing it to me. Okay, okay. Minor improvement. Very, very minor improvement. I think the RNG gods are being more benevolent to me. Divine? Oh! I think it's time to pick the right base epiphany. Does it matter which way we go? Not really, let's go here. From this event, we can get some good piece of equipment, let's see. So many clicks to that. It bamboozled me the first time that I had this event, because I didn't notice that you could click there on the side the very first time. I was like, wait a moment, what is that? Let me click it. What did you just put in your pocket? It looked interesting. I was not expecting to quote Sam Hyde on this very day, but you know, it is what it is. Dead already. Oh my god, their tenacity bar lasts nothing. When Sereniel works well, like against enemies, she's good against. She's such a glorious combatant. Yeah. I'm sure that this one is better. Sure, Smilegate. Give me the 80 credits. On one hand, I like the idea of a rare encounter giving us the most valuable weapon in the game. On the other hand, it feels annoying that every other thing that you can pick up along the way is essentially a waste of time. It's still usable, it's fine and everything, but if you're trying to giga min-max and be a disgusting degenerate with the quality level of your save file, you know you're going to skip everything and just farm Cthulhu until you get the correct weapon. Extra damage to that dude. Let's do this. I mean, they're not going to attack me anyway, so might as well try to mog them like this. Pretty sure you're dead with this. It's always worth playing that card. We get to see the goated animation. I mention this basically all the time, but I like combatants that have the card with the special animation that is usable, and then it's not a dog shit piece of garbage that you want to remove from your deck as soon as the run starts. Because there are a few combatants that have that special animation card that is abysmal, and you want to remove it immediately. And it's sad, because the developers, well, some of the developers, you know, the visual design developers, whatever they're called, they worked on that card. They made a beautiful animation and everything, and then the game designers were like, fuck him, let's make the card dog shit. Like, come on, why? Why would you do that? Let's ionize the big fool, I guess. Yeah. Death by this thing, shooting star. One of my favorite animations in the game, by the way. Although it's very simple, like the idea of that cobalt laser combined with the sound design, I like it a lot. Yeah, not what I want. But it's cash. It's always a wrong answer log. Oh, hello, Pio. This is one with a million things to click, right? Yeah, but I already clicked this one a million times in all its form. I will do it anyway. I will do it anyway. I'm sorry, viewer. I'm sorry. I apologize. But there is a chance that one of these is rare. You only meet it once every 25 runs. And you always think that you got it, but you actually didn't. And then you need to do 2,500 runs. I will just keep clicking. You tried to make me fail. I saw that. Okay, so we're 2 survival, 1 claim, which is not exactly what I wanted, but it's close enough. Now we have 1 last meditation attempt, and then we will need to rely on the sortie gods, the sortie material gods. Did I remove everything, or do I still have 1 basic attack on Sereniel? Still have 1 basic attack. Okay, so before we forget, we remove that basic attack. Not even a single Divine Epiphany. They all run. Oh! Yeah, let's go! Oh, at least we got 1 correct Epiphany. At least we got 1 correct Epiphany. Praise be. Praise be. Let me look at it. I'm going to copy. Well, I need to see what the game offers me. Because there are 5 cards that can be copied. And the worst case is Missile Shining Core based on Wing Laser. That will be the worst. But it is what it is. Let's activate Peko. And then this. Very cool animation. I like how she throws a minigun out of nowhere. R.I.P. We didn't even get to see her shield animation, which is another animation that I like a lot, because she casts this really impressive and menacing red tornado all around her, and the result is like 120 shield. It's ridiculous. Okay, we don't need to get that one. At least we get to copy a card that I do want to copy. That's fine. Nope. So 99% perfect gear. Because I would have preferred the piece of jewelry that gives crit rate over the amorphous cube, but perfect weapon, the chest piece that I want, and the second best jewel that I can hope for. Correct survival card. Epiphanies, there is a little bit of work to do, but at the same time, is it that bad? There is 1 divine that is correct. Event? What do you mean event? Did I unlock anything? What did I unlock? Let's see. Oh, clear it 30 times, okay. Just a thing that is a matter of playing the game, so it wasn't one of our secret illegal unlocks. Okay, so let's have a look at her Season 4 save file, which is probably this one. It's not this one. It's this one. Let's equip it. And we want to edit it. Now, how many sorting materials is this going to cost? Well, I'm going to have to spend a manifestation on this shining core, which is less than ideal. And I will need to apply a divine on it. Then I need to change the base epiphany of that, which is another remanifestation. We are at 16,000 plus divines. I need to change the base of this one. It's 24,000 plus divine. And then we need to see what kind of death we die from the homing laser. Let's start. Vulnerable! Oh my god! I cannot believe I insta-sniped it! I insta-sniped it! I insta-sniped it! I insta-sniped it! Oh, praise be! Oh, praise be! Take that, RNG gods! Oh my god! That was calculated, by the way. This is the let me have a sip, because this will be the intro of the video. And I don't want to edit it later. Just a bit of tea. This is actually the average experience of building a save file of Chaos Zero Nightmare in a perfectly reliable and sustainable way. There we go, there we go. The scam. I probably need to buy a bunch of abyssal cores. I need... How many of these do I need? 2 or 3? I think I need the 3, right? Let's start by buying 2. Let's go back to Sereniel. Pretty sure I need the 3. So, we want to change... what is it? This one into the one that comes back at the beginning of a turn. Then I want to change this one into this one, which is one of my favorite cards in the game. When I look at this, it's not even that bad. Really? Apply 1 divine? Only 1? Let's see. Oh, it's Garbo. Fuck. Bad luck. Bad luck. I can only buy 1, right? Oh no, I can buy a few more. I mean, I probably need to change a base epiphany. Let's see what happens if I only buy 1. And I go back to Sereniel, save file, edit, Abysso, Shining Core, Blap. Okay, let's buy a few more. Abyssal cores, just to have a save file done in a way that I appreciate. It shouldn't take long. There are so few epiphanies that can be triggered on an upgrade card. Now, I'm sure that the next one that I'm going to hit is the one that makes it cost 0, which is not even bad, but a combatant like Serenia who spams a lot of cards really benefits from morale. You see? Fuck you, MiHoYo. And you might argue it's not a Hoyo game. I know, but I'm used to it. Is it Garantang? Oh, okay, we did it. It wasn't bad. It's pretty much done. It's just this one, but it kinda sorta depends on the enemy. But I usually vastly prefer this one, just because The decks that I like of Sereniel are those where she spams homing lasers during the turn. So having an extra 60% damage to all homing lasers for the whole turn, it's phenomenal. And you know, True Instinct weakness is still pretty decent as a way to break the enemy. So what I need to do is farm enough for a signature Epiphany remanifestation, which is going to be a couple of you know, take the rewards from sorty things. Don't even need to do a full run, and then our Serenial save file for season 4 is done. It's absolutely done. Let me change. Customize favorites. Let's modernize it a little bit, shall we? Remove that. Remove that. Where is Serenial? Here. What are you doing there, Serenial? Right there. What you doing there, buddy? I don't know. Where is my Serenial tower clear? Did I not do it? It's possible that I forgot. One of those things like, yeah, I will be clearing the tower with the Serenial when I have time, and then I forget to do it. Fine, let's get a rocket. Rocket Arbit. There we go. Disgusting. Okay. This is just to remind myself that it's a sword. Cool. Cool. Okay, we did it. How long did it take? About 1 hour talking nonsense, doing 2 failed delegate runs and 1 regular, very, very ideal manual run. 1 card to modify, which is going to take no time. Serenial is done. Next one is going to be Narya at this point. Yeah. Next one is going to be Narya, followed by the heal the save file for Serenial. Bye guys. Thank you for sticking around. This is how I build my combatants a bit at a time, without high rolling at all. This is just pure skill, okay? Don't let anyone fool you and tell you that it's luck and all that sort. No, it's just a skill. Bye, take care.